everybody. Good evening. So today's is lecture 12 on dance and technology. Let's get started. Okay. So today we are the aims of today's lecture is to share some ideas, technology-based activities integrated with dance, explore cultural dances in the context of technology, and then a mini assessment. So this lecture will be slightly shorter, simply because of the assessment. Okay, so as you know, it's important to cater for the children's needs and interests when devising activities. Now, when we think about technology-based activities, we need to bear in mind and ensure that they are kept simple, interactive, and developmentally appropriate. So these are some ideas that I came up with or found. So using interactive dance games on tablets or touch screens, devices designed for children, of course. And these games can often feature colorful characters and simple movement that children can imitate. The dancing music apps, you may have done this in your settings. It's about exploring music and dance apps that encourage you to move and groove to the rhythm. You could set up motion sensing games or devices that respond to children's movements, just like the picture that shows the adult and the little girl in red with the interactive mat. Also, another example is the Leapfrog Leap TV Dance and Learn. Again, there's an example on the screen, sorry, that encourages children to move their bodies to trigger sounds, music, or animations. And finally, another idea was to create digital storytelling experiences where children use movement to act out characters or scenes from their favorite stories. They can use apps or software that allows them to record or even take pictures of the different scenes of the story. Now here is a primary class teacher integrating dance to teach technology. Let's listen.
Today we did a coding lesson in our English lesson based on algorithms, and I related the algorithm to a dance move that I'd seen recently on social media. So I thought I'd use it in the classroom, this kind of how I did it. I started off sharing this video from the BBC which explains what algorithms are and how basically it's just a set of instructions. Then I showed the video.
So you can see he used technology to introduce them to the activity.
Yeah. So I thought I'd use it and how basically it's just a set of instructions. Then I showed the video of the dance to the children, and what they had to do is they had to see if they could figure out what the algorithm is. They had pen and paper and they tried to work out.
So again, here he used technology again as a model for the children. So for them to see the dance moves and trying to work out a pattern or a coding, since the lesson was to teach coding and algorithms, to help them put that down.
That was it. First few times the children watched the video, I made sure it was on mute, because if you watch the original video, the dancers give away some clues to the dance moves, so I'll make sure it's on mute to start with. Then the children decided to record their codes down on paper. Some of them did diagrams, some of them did sentences, some of them did pictures to explain how to do the dance. And they all got it down on paper, and then I just decided to annoy Charlie a little bit here. Sorry, Charlie. Then the key bit is we had to go outside and try it. We had to try the dance. The children had to practice the dance moves based on the algorithm they had worked out. It was really interesting to see because some of them got it completely wrong and found it more difficult. Some of them used the squares and the floor just to practice and give it a go. It was really interesting to see them watch it happen. And I got them to use the words debugging and bugging and algorithms throughout this part of the session. Then using masking tape, I created the squares for the children to give it a proper go, and each group had their turn. And it's really funny because the children found it way more difficult at first, but we got round it in the end. And the way we got round it is we all helped each other out by shouting the instructions from the algorithm as they went. And it's a really good example of it working perfect as well. 2, 3, 2, 1, go. Up, up, diagonal, up, diagonal. Everyone, up. The kids went back to their groups and created their own dances and their own algorithms.
So you can see that this lesson was to teach coding and algorithms, and normally you would encounter teachers teaching this in the classroom on the computers, but this teacher has used creativity and innovation to make this learning fun and engaging for the children, as well and hands-on and practical. So yes, I will add the link for this video. Apologies, it's not on the slide, but I will add so you can check at your convenience as well.
That's what we did in class today. Now, I've done this before. I've done the triangle dance. I've done what dance? I've done the pushing dance as well. So use dance moves in class and teach coding is just a really fun way, and kids really enjoy it and get back to them outside as well.
And here, like this was primary, of course, but you can see that you can even integrate dance with technology. And like I mentioned, it's where the teacher was creative and innovative in his teaching approach. It's about us teachers thinking outside of the box and having that mindset of how can we make the learning fun, engaging, and at the same time challenging to promote those 21st century skills, but also the STEAM subjects and others. As you could see in this video, that it wasn't just technology or creativity. There was like art and subject that was promoted. There was a math as well when it comes to patterns and English describing their directions and things. So there was a lot of learning happening. Okay, right. So So in early years, you'd be able to adapt by choosing an appropriate music and dance moves, as well as patterns if you want them to learn about patterns. So again, it's about keeping it simple and appropriate to the children's age and development. Okay, so here we'll be simply using technology, as in YouTube, to watch, listen to the song and follow the dance steps. And again, this can be easily done with young children as well as primary students. Not necessarily this song, but like I mentioned earlier, a song that the children are familiar and it's easy for the children to follow. Again, it will have to be based on the children's development. And since you know your children best, you'd be able to choose their appropriate song and movements. So I would like you to join in by following the guy doing the actions. I'm going to be having my little girls participating. And yes, they did have a practice. So we'll see. Right. Okay, there they are. Say hello. Hello. Okay, let's get ready.
That's up, down, up, down, yeah. Up, down, up, down. Everybody now, put your hand in the air. One hand in the air. And we go from left to right. Watch this. Left, right. Come on. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Come on, come on. Left, right. 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 Left, come on now, jump for the left, jump for the right, jump for the left, jump for the right. Everybody, jump for the left, jump for the right, jump for the left, jump for the right. No, stop. And raise. Come on, strike. And raise. Strike. And raise. Come on, strike. And raise. Everybody, come on. Follow the leader, follow the leader. 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 Now repeat after me. You are repeating after me. Everybody repeat after me. Say, I am so God. I am so God. Say, I am so God. I am so God. Say, I am so God. I am so God. Say, I am so God. I am so God. Now somebody, everybody. Follow the leader, follow the leader. 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 On four, we're gonna jump and wait. On four, we're gonna jump and wait. Let's go. Whoa. Get ready to jump. Get ready to jump. Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Wait.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, girls.
Hello.
Okay, so now it's time for me to share your mini assessment. So your task is to develop a dance-infused technology project. Now, for you to achieve this assessment, for you to successfully achieve it, these are the steps for success. The project needs to be at least 2 to 4 weeks long. You need to provide an overview of the project, and this needs to include an overall aim of the project. And then from that, I would like the learning objectives for each activity that you plan, plus extension activities. I would like you also to bear in mind the age of group that you are catering for, okay? And your project needs to include a showcase, whether it's a performance or it's your choice, you decide. Now, this mini assessment needs to be completed within 2 days of watching this lecture. So, and once it's complete, I would like you to share with any members that you have contact with from the International Association for Quality Education, okay? I hope you enjoy working on this project, and I look forward to seeing your overviews and plans. Okay. Okay, so this marks the end of today's lecture, which was mainly to share some technology-based activities integrated with dance, look at some cultural dances in the context of technology. That one we'll have to explore further. And as I didn't really touch much on it, and the mini assessment. Before I forget, I will share the link, so bear with me. Now you can see that I've added the source as promised, so apologies for that I didn't have at the beginning, but here it is. And I thank the teachers that share their videos and share their approaches to teaching and learning, because that's another way of us supporting one another and sharing good practice. So thank you. Oops. Okay. Right. So yeah, I will chat with you in another lecture. Hope you can continue joining our lectures, and I hope this continue being helpful and insightful. Bye-bye. Good afternoon and good evening.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.